Where are our lives if there is no dream? Where is our home? We don't know how.
But I disagree, Master.
Out of the storm.
Like now, for instance, I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on them goblins.
Come on!
Because they took them Egyptian kids that Banbury way. Billy Costa told me.
Lyra, my dear, the tutor of metaphysics tells me that you've missed your lesson again. Now, I know you do not always understand our need to educate you. Sometimes you must do what others think best.
But I disagree, Master.
Mrs. Coulter.
When I was a young woman, I knew that no one could ever really, truly understand me. Except, of course, my demon. And that it would be best if we were free to do as we pleased. Sit down, gentlemen.
Who's she? Dunno. But she shut up the master all right.
Mrs. Coulter, this is our Lyra, Lyra Balakwa, Lord Asriel's niece. Lyra, this is Mrs. Coulter, a friend of the college.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.
Do you know I've met Lord Asriel?
That's odd. She acted as though she'd never seen a person's demon before. Come on, Pan.
In Lyra's world, which is a parallel universe to our own, you're never alone. You always have this companion for life who is every other facet of you.
Look, Pan. It says I mustn't let Mrs. Coulter get hold of it, or we'll all die.
Everybody has this animal, a demon, which represents their inner person, who they are.
Who's she? People can talk with their demons. Dunno. But she shut up the master all right. Nobody else really notices it. And they understand each other completely.
As a child, your demon is able to take whatever form it wants to. So Pantalaimon, who is Lyra's demon, is able to change into all kinds of shapes.
He's not constantly changing. It depends on, like, whatever her mood is and how she's feeling.
I will not have my niece slithering round like an alley cat.
Behave yourself.
Yeah! Pan really is the mirror, you know, they're the mirror image of Lyra. I think having a demon is like, instead of wearing your heart on your sleeve, it's your heart walking side by you. Pan, it's her. She's running the goblet. We've got to get out of here. I think the demon is the voice inside your head, your sort of gut feeling, saying, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. And that's what the demons are, except they just express it out loud and they're visible, they're out there.
When you get to puberty, when you sort of become an adult, it fixes shape, and that's the person you are. Lord Asriel has a snow leopard, and that's who his inner self is.
The worst thing that could happen is that someone would take your demon away from you. And the most terrifying thing would be to see a human being without their demon, because it would be like seeing somebody without their head.
Two worlds collide around her. The truth lies deep inside her.
However you feel, your demon feels, and if it gets hurt, then you feel the pain that it feels as well.
Let her go!
And if you get hurt, then it feels the pain that you feel.
If you do not obey me, we will have an argument which I will win.
Don't! Please, it hurts!
Mrs. Coulter's demon is a golden monkey. And like Mrs. Coulter, the monkey is glossy and sleek and beautiful on the outside, but also manifests her rage and malice.
It's not a pet. If it was a dog, you'd say, go and sit over there. Or you'd say, sit down, or come here, let me give you... It's not a pet. It's you. It will follow you, and it will do your movements, and it will feel what you feel.
I do beg pardon. Lee Scoresby. This old gal is Hester. I've come to be quite in touch with my Hester.
Oh, Lord. Lee, when you gonna learn to mind your own business?
Right again, Hester.
Lyra and her face, full of grace, two worlds collide around her.
I'm sorry. I would never hurt you. Oh, Lyra. I'll find you. I will find you.
If there is no dream, where is our home? We don't know how. There will be a way.
No matter. One way or another, it's better that I've sent Mrs. Coulter after the child.
You sent her?
Yes. She is to demonstrate the improvements to the intercision process upon the Lacqua girl.
And her soul walks beside her.
It demands patience and ingenuity on the part of an actor as to act with someone or something that isn't there. A kid has many advantages because they're closer to the time when they played with imaginary animals.
Could you look a little longer through there?
Whatever disadvantages came from Dakota not having been in a film before were far outweighed by the fact that her powers of imagination were still pretty active.
Will you concentrate?
Cut!
And the stars look down upon her. This darkness settles on
You know, when you go to drama school, you do all these classes in mime where you pretend, to be patting a dog, or you pretend to be finding the walls and picking up a teacup and drinking tea, and it's all imaginary. So it certainly is useful. I tell any actor, don't skip those mime classes.
The ferry is about to go.
The screen is going to be filled with these animals, but these animals are not going to behave as animals. They're going to behave as the humans are behaving on screen. And I think that's going to be a fascinating process, how they get that right and how they make that. But, like I said, I've got a snow leopard sitting next to me, purring. It's just... I'm fine.
and her face, full of grace, two worlds collide around her. The truth lies deep inside her.
Lyra, we know your tale all the way up until you run away and the Costas found you. But is there anything else you can tell us? Is there anything you may have forgot?
Don't show it to them.
The Master of Jordan gave me this.
I thought they was all taken by the Magisterium. It's an alethiometer. It's a truth measure. A golden compass. It enables you to see what others wish to hide.
There will be a way out of the storm. We will find hope.
That little girl's something, huh?
There's a prophecy about that child, Mr. Scoresby. She will decide the war which is to come.
War? I ain't heard rumor